with S and J Sports Talk. I almost forgot the name. S and J Sports Talk. How you doing, my man? Doing good? Man, we appreciate all the feedback we got on the first episode. A lot of people, it seems like all of you enjoy watching the show because it's like it takes your mind off of other things going on. Like you can kind of sit back, just be entertained for a little bit, join along in the entertainment, and it kind of eases the mind. So that's what sports is supposed to be about. It's not supposed to be all, you got to watch sports and you got to get a whole bunch of agendas with it and you got to get a whole bunch of, other stuff. So we appreciate the support. We appreciate you all for sharing. People have been like, oh, so-and-so sent me your video. So-and-so told me about your podcast. I'm like, oh, yeah, we just put that out there, just getting it going. So we appreciate it. Jonathan, did you get any feedback, any suggestions?
Definitely. We appreciate the feedback. We'll be putting your ideals into our next few episodes here. Be sure to like this video and hit that notification bell on so you get notified when we come out with more episodes.
Right. You know one of the suggestions I got, man? People told me to let you talk more. They said I was talking too much in the last video. I was like, I wasn't trying to talk too much. I know that, a lot of you don't know, it was his first time really on the camera, and he did so good on the camera. I was like, okay, I got to let him go more. But I was thinking he might be a little bit more nervous or whatnot, and man, my man killed it last time. So we're going to let you talk more on this one. If I'm ever talking too much, just nudge me or something like that, and we'll go from there. But man, what's happening this week in sports? What's happening this week in, I know last week, one of the games I had saw was the Phoenix Suns versus the Golden State Warriors. That was a good one. I saw them play twice.
Yeah, they played Tuesday and Friday.
Tuesday and Friday, yeah. And the first game, I know the Warriors got beat the first game. Right. It was like they were struggling in Arizona.
Steph Curry was struggling.
Steph Curry was struggling. That's the thing. And they still only lost by a little bit. The Warriors, they can always do it. And in the next game, they came back and beat Phoenix. They knocked their win streak off. I think, what was their win streak? 17 or 18?
16, I want to say.
Okay, yeah, they were up there. They were up there on that win streak. And the Warriors knocked them off. Yeah. So, any games this last week you watched, you picked up on?
Oh, yeah, just my teams I love in sports.
Kings fan, right?
Yeah, I'm a Kings fan.
Tell us about how them Kings are doing. What's happening? I'm a Sacramento fan, so what's happening with the Kings?
Oh, we doing all right. Right now we're 9-14, but
it's okay. It's okay. Let me not laugh.
Hey, we getting better.
We're getting better. Is it looking like the playoffs could happen this year for Sacramento?
Definitely.
Okay. All right. Because we haven't been to the playoffs. Sacramento hasn't been to the playoffs since I was a child. I used to watch them, and they used to beat LA, man, or try to beat LA.
Yeah,
I know, man. I'm talking about I'm talking about the old arena, the old Sacramento arena, Arco Arena. That's when the Kings last were in the playoffs. But yeah, we got some stuff happening. It's gonna be exciting, man. Do we know the Christmas games yet?
Not yet.
Not yet, huh? I know they probably have.
No, they haven't posted. I just haven't checked up on that yet.
Yeah. Those will probably be some good Christmas games coming up in a couple of weeks. Christmas time is when it starts getting good.
I do know the Suns and Warriors play again.
Suns and the Warriors play again? I thought they were going to have the Suns play Milwaukee.
Devin Booker should be back too.
Okay. That always makes a difference.
Yeah.
Devin Booker, you have to have him on Phoenix pretty much. Mm-hmm. So, man, what else is happening, man? What's happening in your life? What's happening in school, man? One thing I wanted to ask you, interesting question, was I obviously was not in school during COVID, and so I feel like our brother Jeremiah, yourself, you all have had unique experiences being in high school and going through high school during COVID. The mask. I think sometimes you were at home doing school from home. Now you're back with everybody. They're wearing masks. Teachers are wearing masks. How is that for you, man, being at school during this whole pandemic, COVID?
I mean, it's different for everyone. Like, it's pretty easy to adapt for me.
Okay.
But I mean, of course, the first few weeks was like different, but you get used to it.
Yeah.
You get used to it.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool. And you already told people what school you at, right?
Yeah, John Adams Academy.
John Adams Academy out here in Roseville, California. Shout out to John Adams. Everybody listening from John Adams, we appreciate y'all. Appreciate the support. We got wide age ranges too. So all of the high school people, they be spreading, you know what I'm saying, the videos out real quickly. All of the social media and stuff. I feel like an old guy. I'm not really up to date on all the social media stuff, so I just try to like record and put it out there, and other people are like, oh man, you got to do this and you got to do these little details, and I'm like, I need to hire somebody to do all of that stuff for me, because I don't know, I guess when I was a child, we really weren't allowed to be on the computers. The computers were kind of looked at
Didn't
maybe
have YouTube.
Yeah, you didn't have all the social media, and then I think computers later on started being looked at as a really useful tool, but
Right.
when we were young, it was like, no, you don't need to be on that computer longer than 30 minutes or so. And I understand why parents would do that, but looking at it now, it's like you might spend your whole day on the computer, especially after COVID.
Right.
You might literally have to just work from the computer or do schoolwork from the computer. You guys have computers at your school?
Yeah.
So you guys do a lot of your work on the computer.
Mostly. There's some old teachers.
There's some old school teachers.
They want that paper.
They want that handwritten paper. Man, at least they're not doing the chalkboard, man. You don't have to deal with that sound there. But man, let's you know what? We have some trivia questions. I got a few trivia questions for you. You think you can handle some of those trivia questions? Some sports trivia questions. We'll see if you know. We'll see if anybody who's watching in the audience actually knows some of these questions. So let me pull out some of my questions real quick and see. All right, these are all dealing with the NBA. Dealing with the NBA. Some of them might be a little bit before your era. That's okay. You get one hint. If I ask a question and you don't know the answer, you get to say, "Hey, give me a hint," and I'll give you one hint.
Okay.
And then from there, you get to go on from there. Oh, we got our trusty buzzer in case for any wrong answers. We got our trusty buzzer, so we'll see. But hopefully, we won't have to use that. Okay, let's start with this. In the NBA, who is, and can you name me at least one of the top three, or two of the top three? Let's do two of the top three. Can you name me two of the top three league leaders all time in the NBA of assists? All time in the NBA of assists. Think of the top point guards ever. Top point guards. Let's see. Of the top three, I'll let you know this. This won't even be your hint. If you want a hint, you'll still get another one. Two of them, one of them plays in the league right now.
Okay.
And the other two, they retired probably in the last 20 years or so. So you don't got to think far back like Jerry Rest or something. You could just go right to the last 30 years and think of them. Two of the top three.
Is Westbrook on that list?
Is this your hint? That's your one hint. No, he's not on that
He's
list.
not on the list? I wanna say AI.
Allen Iverson is one. Okay, give me another one.
And
Think of top point guards. Think of top point guards in the league all time assists.
I don't know. You got.
And remember, one of them's in the league right now. Go for the one that's in the league right now. Who's that one?
Okay, one is in the league right now.
One of them's in the league right now. We just talked about his team, actually.
Okay, I'm gonna go with. I can't recall.
Chris Paul.
Chris Paul.
Chris Paul is one of them, and the other two were Jason Kidd. You know Jason Kidd, right?
Yeah.
I know he's a little before your time, but he was always assist and everything like that. And the number one is John Stockton.
Oh, okay.
John Stockton, man, led the league in assists just all the time. And you know what? I just let you answer. I didn't want to buzz you, man. I didn't want to buzz you. So, are you ready for another
I was
question?
thinking of him too.
You ready for another question? I think you might get this one. Who won the title? So you know how Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls won 6 titles,
Right.
right? They won 3, Houston won 2, and then Chicago won another 3. So his last title was 1998. Who won the NBA title after Michael Jordan and the Bulls in 1999? Who won in 1999? What team would it
That's an
be?
interesting one.
That's an interesting one right there. got
Let's
this.
see here.
Who won in 1999?
Go ahead.
See, I'm showing age. This is a whole nother
1990.
century.
I want to say either Detroit or the Lakers.
Okay, it was. Oh, I get to press it. It was San Antonio Spurs.
Oh.
San Antonio Spurs won in 1999. David Robinson, Tim Duncan. I think Tony Parker was there already. Maybe
Yeah,
Ginobili. I think
he
they
was
were there. And that started the whole San Antonio Spurs era. And then it was the Spurs or the Lakers mostly for the next few years or something
Until
like that.
LeBron James came in the league.
Until LeBron came around and started winning championships. But it was pretty much the Spurs, the Lakers. Those were the tough teams right there. So, San Antonio Spurs snuck in there after Jordan left.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you want one more question?
Give it to me.
One more question. Okay, we'll
I
do
got
one
it.
more question. This one, I'll give you a hint. This person is still in the league right now, and it's
Alright.
not Westbrook. It's not Westbrook. Who leads the league in turnovers all time? Who leads the league in turnovers all time? You get 3 guesses. 3 guesses on this one.
Guesses.
Who leads the leagues
He's still in the league.
in turnovers all time, and he's still in the league? It might surprise you.
He might surprise me.
Might surprise you. He's a good player.
Westbrook?
No, I said it's not Westbrook.
Oh, alright.
Remember I
You
said it's not-
Alright, yeah, you just said it. Alright. That don't count, right?
That one don't count. I said it's not Westbrook, so it's 3. It's
Okay.
That's why I thought you were gonna think it was Westbrook. A lot of people say he does a lot of turnovers.
He has a lot
so
of turnovers, yeah.
I will say he was kind of close on the list. He might have been like top 10 on the list,
Yeah.
but there's somebody above him in the league.
Okay. He's in the league right now.
Yep, he's in the league right now. 3 guesses. Get the buzzer out ready. I don't want the whole podcast. I'm buzzing you.
I was man, you saying it might surprise me, so I don't know.
It might surprise you because you don't normally think of this player as somebody who would lead the league in turnovers.
Right.
But it makes sense because, he handles the basketball a lot. So you have to think of it that way. He handles the basketball a lot.
Right.
I don't think anybody in the audience really knows who it is.
Right.
I wish they could help you right now, but they
Alright,
can't.
how about I'm gonna say Chris Paul? No? Alright. I'm trying to think who handles the ball the most.
Yep, you gotta think about that. How
Go
long they've
lead.
played.
How about Draymond Green? No?
No, he hasn't played long enough. He hasn't played long enough to have been there. This guy's played over 15, 16, 17 years. He's, he still starts and he's top player on his team. Yeah, he's up there. You got one more, right? You got
Yeah,
Draymond
one
Green, and
more.
what was the first one you said? Chris Paul.
Yeah. Okay. You said he's still up there.
He's still up there. Yeah, been in the league over 16 or 17 years.
LeBron?
LeBron. Oh, I buzzed you. That was a correct
Hey,
buzz. That was a correct buzz. It was LeBron. There you
wanted-
go. You got that last answer. Let's end on that one right there.
I wanted to say it at first. I never thought he was.
That's why I say it might surprise you
Yeah, definitely
because
surprised me.
you don't normally think of LeBron as leading in turnovers, but it makes sense because he always has the basketball
Yeah, that makes sense.
and he's played for so long that it's like they add up over time. But he's the number 1 of all time turnovers in the NBA ever, more than Westbrook, more than Chris Paul or
Wow.
point guards or John Stockton. That's just what it is. It doesn't mean he's a bad player. It just means he's had a lot of turnovers over the whole course of his career. So that's a little trivia, man. We're gonna bring y'all a little trivia every time. I think next time you're gonna have to bring me the trivia and get me back. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
I'll get
saying?
you
Get me
back.
back
I'll
with
get
the
you
buzzer
back.
because I didn't like having to buzz you every time, man. You did good. Got that last one.
I got a little questions for you.
Questions for me? Oh,
Alright.
surprise.
So, just general questions.
Yeah.
What is something you think people misunderstood about you during your high school days?
What is something I think people misunderstood about me during my high school days? You mean like my family or just friends, people in general?
Yeah.
I think people misunderstood in my high school days that let's see, they might have misunderstood. That's a really great question. Misunderstood how probably how like how that's a great question. How's I misunderstood in high school, man?
Yeah, I'll give you another one since.
Yeah, let's come back to that one. Let's come
All
back
right.
to that one. I'm struggling with these misunderstandings.
If you could give the world one tip right now on how to make the world a better place,
Oh wow.
what would you say? Is like
Oh
one
my
tip?
goodness. You got great questions.
I know
Okay.
you got a lot of ideas on
the
this one.
the the one thing I would tell everybody to pursue and be about is intelligence and knowledge. Don't shy away from being very intelligent. I think in the world today, a lot of times like it's almost you're made fun of for being hecka smart, for reading a lot, for learning a lot, going to the AP classes or the honors classes. Like, oh, look at this nerd right here.
Right.
But there's no replacement for being intelligent and gaining knowledge. I think there used to be way more value on books and knowledge. And I'm always collecting books. I'll spend my last dollars on some books and collecting a library. So pursue intelligence, and it doesn't just have to be in books like a school book. Anything you want to get into, learn about it. Learn the history about it. Learn everything about it. Even YouTube. I'm learning books on YouTube right now as we're putting out more podcasts and everything. I'm learning more about it. So pursue intelligence. It's not cool to be not smart. It's not cool to be not smart. Like, those people end up either, doing dumb things that make you end up in places you don't want to be in. On the street a lot of times, where people don't want to be in that position. Some do, but a lot of people don't want to be in that position. In jail, a lot of people don't want to be in that position. Bad health in the hospital, a lot of people don't want to be in those positions. And a lot of times, if you're knowledgeable and intelligent, you can move wiser throughout life. So pursue intelligence. Don't let anybody make you feel like that's not something that's cool. I even watch a lot of the TV shows, and they always make like the smart kid be the one that like kind of gets made fun of, and I'm like, man, you could literally have the smart kid be the main character, and that's the cool person on the show, because that's really where the power is at. That's where that's where you want to get to. So that's what I would say.
Alrighty, and then your top 3 artists right now.
Top 3
Music
artists. That's a great question. Top 3 musical artists right now. Top 3 musical artists right now. I mean, they have to be out right now?
Nah, it's just.
Oh, just top 3 artists
your
that I'm
top
playing
3,
a lot. Oh,
your
okay.
Top 3 of all time.
Top 3. Oh, top 3 of all time. Bro, that's even different. Top 3 musical artists. Oh man, I might have to give you more than 3. Let's I like Outkast. Let's put Outkast in there. Outkast. I think I was talking to you about Outkast, and you were like, I don't really know too much about them, but they're a legendary group. I like that Outkast. They really expanded
I know
the
about
mind.
them. I don't
You know
listen.
about them, but you haven't.
I don't listen to them.
So they expanded your mind basically, and everything they talked about. A lot of like questioning things and thinking about how the world operates, and just kind of what I was just saying about intelligence. So they're one. I'm gonna put, especially right now, I've been listening to a lot of Nina Simone, which is also a little bit before your time, but she's a classic that you'll learn more about as you get older. Nina Simone, her music is just amazing. It's almost like your mom or your grandmother speaking to you in musical melody. That's the way she talks a lot of times, or sings a lot of time. Who else do I really like? Let's go. I liked Tupac. Tupac Shakur was my favorite. I studied him since I was probably younger than your age.
Right.
I remember my first album I got that was Tupac was, or I was like probably 11 or 12, and my friend had given me this mixtape CD Back when we had CD players, man, we used to put the CDs in a CD player and put the earphones over, like the big ones over our head.
Right.
That's like, I remember first listening to him, and I think it was a song called "I Wonder If Heaven Got a Ghetto," and I was like, this song is tight. I was like, this artist is tight, and I just started listening to him more and more. He had a song, "Brenda's Got a Baby." That one really got me. "Keep Your Head Up," "Changes." All of those songs about positive change, especially positive changes for Black communities, had me really turned on to all of his music.
Right.
So I definitely would have to put him in there. That's 3 right there:
Yeah.
Tupac, Nina Simone, and Outkast.
Definitely.
That's a solid 3. I'll go with that 3. And an honorable mention will have to be. Sade. I really like Sade. Sade is like cherish the day. That's something that she's an artist I always put on. So that's an honorable mention. I got these old school people, man. These old school people.
Yeah.
So that's good.
That's good.
But yeah, man, that was a good topic right there. You asked some good questions, man. I'm telling you, Jonathan is really a thinker. Like, he got me over here taking my mind to whole other places, man. So
yeah, you even have me with the trivia questions. I didn't know everything. I thought I knew everything, but
there's always more to learn in the NBA, man. There's always more to learn in basketball. One question I have for you is, what is something you would change about high school if you could change one thing about high school, since you are the high school component of S&J? You're the one from high school.
Yeah, one thing. Well, this is actually a few things I would change, but
Okay. Few things you would change. No homework, huh?
The one main thing I would say is, wow. I would,
We
I
asked
would
all
say
these
there needs to
thought-provoking.
be like, yeah. I would say there needs to be like a, like, that's an interesting one.
Okay.
'Cause I have the one I would say the most is like, I would say they need to change math, right?
Math.
Yeah, math, because it's just a lot of work. I don't really like doing that much work, but I would definitely change math to like an elective or whatnot. Because to be honest, I think even the math teacher has told me, you're not gonna be using algebra 2, geometry in real life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like math after like 5th grade is really useless unless you get into graphing and stuff. But even at that, we got all this technology nowadays. We really don't need that, and I think it will be changed, but just like not anytime soon.
Right.
And then
That's a good one.
And then I'll also say, if you have a 50% or higher, that's a passing grade.
you understood most of it.
Yeah,
So
like you understood pretty good amount of it.
how do they do tests at your high school? Are they using
It's,
Scantron still? Do you know what Scantron is? Or am I dating
I don't know
myself?
what you're talking about.
I'm dating myself talking about Scantrons. It's like it used to be a sheet of paper where they would say write your answers on a Scantron.
They have the
A, B,
the
C,
A,
or
B,
D.
C, Ds, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, nah.
He said no.
Nah.
That was
They
decades
do
ago.
They do like multiple choice sometimes, or it's different.
Multiple
for every
choice,
teacher,
okay.
yeah. But yeah, I mean.
Do they do tests on the computer?
Some of them do.
Some of them do it that way?
A
Okay.
lot of them like paper.
Yeah, one of the things I've heard about what a lot of people would change about high school is, and I probably felt the same way about math, was
Right.
a lot of the stuff they teach you with math, it's like, when am I ever going to need this if I'm not going into some field of engineering or some type of science field where I'm going to need more math? Like, I just need to understand how to hit 6 figures. You know, that's what I need to figure out. I just don't need to figure out
They need
how
to teach you more
all
about
of
money
that.
too. You know.
Teach you
How to
more
make
about money.
Because they have kids out here getting degrees just to go work part time at McDonald's. You know.
You know what that just made me think of, man?
It's like,
Is why don't they have a class teaching how to use YouTube, how to use like these platforms?
social media, yeah.
By the time you're a junior in high school, you could be on here making income, having a following, and not that everybody needs to be on here having a following and stuff like that. Obviously, we see some people on here doing crazy stuff, and it's like, what are you doing? Like, but they have a following and they get their little income and their checks, and no one's mad at them.
Yeah.
So they could easily be teaching that. I think it's so new to the world right now. Technology still is very new that they're figuring all of that out. But definitely need more classes of like making money, how to work on cars,
Helping people with life. Yeah.
helping people with life, how to build a house. How you graduate high school and you don't even know the basics of how to build a house, you know? Those type of things. That's what everybody's gonna need to know how to do, you know? So I think those type of things, as I said, pursue intelligence. You don't want, you know, sometimes at school they just kind of group you together in a box. Like all of you just need to learn this. And that doesn't always give room for people who have a certain level of intelligence who can just be like, look, this is too easy for me. I understand this stuff too quickly. I want to just keep moving. I can get this stuff done quicker and then have the rest of my day to myself. So those are all good things there.
Yeah.
Great talk, man.
Yeah, good talk.
Great talk right there. Anything else from this last week that maybe you want? Didn't you go downtown and get some good food yesterday?
Oh yeah.
My man came back and was like, man, I went out to eat downtown. Where'd you go?
It's called Station 15 actually.
Station 15?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's right next to Station 16.
Station 16 is the seafood spot downtown. Yeah, I like Station 16. They're pretty good. What was Station 15 selling?
It was like, you know, burgers, that stuff.
Okay.
They had like pancakes and stuff there too.
Okay. That's what's up. What's up. How
just went out there, we were just chilling with some friends, family. You know
chilling with friends and family, man.
Yeah.
My man here be knowing a whole bunch of people around the city. You go different places, he's like, oh hey, how you doing? Oh hey, how you doing? You know, he be knowing all these different people from around the city, which is cool. You ready for Christmas spirit? Christmas a few weeks from now.
Guess so. I gotta be ready, right?
Yeah. Any good games coming up this week that we need to cover before we get out of here? I'm trying to think. I haven't heard of any big ones.
Nah, ain't no good games.
Yeah, right now it's kind of mellow. That's why I say when the Christmas games come back around, we'll be back at it.
Yeah.
When the Christmas games come around, we'll be back at it and have some really good games. We'll have to give our Christmas Day predictions of the games that are playing. We have to say who's going to win and predict all those things. Next time we hop on here, man, you'll have the trivia for me. Test, because I'm over here testing you about basketball knowledge, but see, I had already looked up the answers. I didn't have to be tested on it. I might not have gotten all of those. I know I wouldn't have got the one on LeBron James because I didn't think he was the leader.
Yeah, no,
the leader in turnovers.
Yeah.
How about football, man? Was there any good games this week on NFL that stood out to you? What's your football team again?
The Seahawks. Yeah.
Seattle Seahawks. Okay.
We just caught a W.
Just got a W.
Yeah.
Trying to hang on for that wild card spot.
We trying to get in there.
There you go. Yeah, Seattle, man. That's the.
Yeah. Despite how bad we played this year, we're only 2 games out of the playoff spot.
Wow.
So,
who's ahead of you?
The 49ers.
Oh, that old rival.
There's other teams, but we have to
okay.
get above them.
Okay. How many more games left in the season?
I'm not actually sure because some teams do have a bye, but there's like 7-8 weeks left in the season.
Okay.
2 months, yeah.
Okay. So they got a chance. They have hope. As long as you have hope.
We gotta keep winning.
As long as you have some hope, man. So yeah, this is the S&J Sports Talk show. As we said, we get on here and talk sports, but we also talk about our lives. And you all let us know. Write something in the comment box. Let us know what you want to hear about, what you want to talk about, what type of topics you would like to see on here. We appreciate the support. Share the videos on your Facebook pages, your Instagram pages. I don't know, what do people have? TikTok. Everybody has different things. Share these videos share these videos wherever you can, man. And we're gonna keep them coming at you. This is the episode 2.
Yeah.
All right.
Alrighty, appreciate
We up out of here. Peace.